Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, February 28th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. You know how you pull a Thanksgiving Day turkey out of the oven after you've spent the last 4 hours cooking it up, basting it, rubbing it, and foaming at the mouth for a time when you can finally sit down and eat that damn thing? Well, I don't know this for sure, but if I had to guess, that's probably what Jose Raymond is feeling right about now after putting together another Arnold Classic prep masterpiece. This week, Raymond dropped his last round of pre-show updates 4 days out from the big dance, where we catch the Boston Mass showing off a look that looks pretty damn close to his best ever. Out of all the guys on stage for this year's lineup, Jose has to be coming in as confident as anyone, considering how these last few months have gone. And I don't think there's going to be anyone in the building who would be the least bit surprised if we end up seeing Jose Raymond being crowned the champ once again for the second time in his amazing career. All the football fans out there who watched what a 40-year-old Tom Brady did at the peak of his powers last season knows all too well that age is only a number. And you won't find too many 40-year-old guys in bodybuilding operating at a higher level than former Olympia champ David Henry. The OG giant killer is coming off what sources close to the situation are calling the best off-season that he's had in years. And a few days from now, he'll look to add another chapter to the history books by becoming just the second man ever to win both the 212 and Arnold Classic titles in his magical 2 decades-long run. Seeing guys like David Henry and Jose Raymond and Dexter Jackson still competing at this level at this point in their careers is something special to watch. And if I were a fan, I'd be keeping my eyes glued to Henry and this 212 division over the weekend, because I think we're going to see some real fireworks. The race to bring home the first ever Arnold Classic Physique Trophy has generated a lot of attention over the last few weeks, with so many of the thoroughbreds in the division all trying to jockey for a position. But for one reason or another, we haven't been hearing a lot of talk about the guy who might be the most complete athlete in the entire lineup, two-time top 5 Olympian, Arash Rahbar. From the minute he walked off the Olympia stage last year, Rahbar's sole focus has been doing whatever it takes to bring home this Arnold Classic title. And now that we finally reached the point where it's so close he can almost taste it, anyone who's been following Rahbar's journey throughout this entire prep knows how long he's been dreaming about this moment. So now that the time has finally arrived, let's see if he's ready to step in and take what's rightfully his. If you're heading out to the Arnold Classic this weekend and you want to get a look at the best athletes in the entire building, then you won't want to miss this year's Fitness International. And while you're there, make sure to stay tuned to get a look at what perennial title contender Regiane DaSilva is bringing to the table. Monday morning, DaSilva released her last round of pre-show updates, where we see the former Arnold champ and 13-time Olympian sporting what might be her best look ever. Throughout her entire career, DaSilva has proven time and again that she is an absolute master of her craft to the highest degree. And with last year's champion not in the lineup this year, the stage is set for someone like DaSilva to come in and take full advantage of the spotlight. You know how you hit that point in your prep when you feel like you would seriously consider fist fighting Mike Tyson for a single crumb of food? Well, I think this week figure standout Bojana Vasiljevic finally hit that point. Early Monday morning, the two-time Olympian dropped her most insane update photo yet, and I think it's safe to say that she's officially ready for war. Last week, I heard reports from a few sources close to the Vasiljevic camp that confidence is riding high coming into this year's contest. And when you see her dropping photos like this, it isn't hard to understand why. Watching to see who has their name announced for the first call-out in the figure division this year is going to be some real drama at the highest level. But if Vasiljevic is going to come out firing like this, I wouldn't put it past her to find a way to make it happen. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.